Hi everyone, welcome to Smack Reviews. If you love our honest reviews, smack that subscribe button so you never miss out. Imagine if you were a teacher in a classroom with 18 kids, and then around 2:17 a.m., they all suddenly vanish except for one. This happens in the movie Weapons, which came out August 8th of this year. The film doesn't give you an easy answer on what happened to the children, but it does offer you atmosphere, emotional turmoil, and a mystery that's haunting an entire town. Let's get into what worked for me in Weapons and what didn't in this chilling film by Creggor. Weapons takes place in a small Pennsylvania town after the mysterious disappearance of 17 children from the same classroom, all at exactly 2:17 a.m. The only child left behind is a boy named Alex Lilly, and from there, the movie unravels through multiple perspectives. The teacher who blames herself, a grieving father searching for answers on his missing son, police officer trying to keep it together, and Alex's eccentric aunt who may know more than what she lets on. Instead of telling one straightforward story, Weapons jumps between these people, slowly revealing how grief and guilt connect them. The cast really carries this movie. Josh Brolin gives a grounded, heavy performance as Archer, the father who refuses to move on. Julia Gardner as this haunting fragility. You can feel the guilt in every look. Even the smaller roles feel amazing. No one's overacting, which makes the tension feel real and raw. Creggor leans heavily into the atmosphere and weapons. The cinematography is cold, quiet, and uncomfortable. Suburban streets at night, long still shots, and weird silences that make you uneasy. It's less about monsters or jump scares and more about dread and emotion. The lighting and framing do half the storytelling, and that's what I really like. I also liked how in between scenes, he uses the characters' names as a chapter placeholder. The movie's biggest strengths are its mood, performances, and structure. I love how it refuses to spoon feed the audience. You're constantly guessing what's real, what's trauma, and what's supernatural. The sound design also deserves a mention. The quiet hums and the sudden cutouts, they build on tension without relying on cheap scares. Where Weapons stumbles a bit is in the pacing and payoff. The movie was longer than it should have been, even when it builds this massive sense of mystery, but the answers aren't as satisfying as the questions. Some characters get less closure than they deserve, and a few storylines fade out instead of concluding. It's ambitious, but not every thread ties together. Overall, Weapons is a slow burn horror mystery that values feeling over clarity. It's not the kind of movie you quote unquote get right away. It's one that lingers, and the more you think about it, the more it messes with you. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Haunting, well acted, and visually stunning, even if the story leaves you with more questions than answers. I'm looking forward to maybe a sequel in the future. I'm very curious to see what happened to the people at the end of the movie, because it kind of ended abruptly, but besides that, I'm definitely going to rewatch it again in the future. Make sure to like, share, comment, and please subscribe. Bye!